Okay, good morning, dear students. We are back to our session. Today we are going to end this chapter. Okay. Now, in the textbook, we have the topic reactions in solutions, but that's not the right way. The right topic has to be concentrations of the solutions. Okay. So, we are going to discuss certain concentration terms. These are the basic part. Okay. So, just pay attention. Before starting, I have one request to all of you. Whatever videos you are watching, you should start practicing it. It's not like a movie, you watch it and you forget it. You have to start practicing it. Say, for example, we start with mass percent. So, mass percent ka topic, the formula, and that definition has to be practiced 5 times, 7 times, 8 times, 10 till you remember. There is no limit to practice. The more you practice, the more you become perfect. If you have to sing a song during any competition, you do practice it several times till you sing it next morning in the school assembly or in the school program or competition program. So same way, the same logic applies over here. Okay, same way you have to do it over here also. It demands lot of hard work. The science stream demands lot of hard work. But which type of hard work? Systematic hard work. You have to start working hard from day one. Don't pile up your work till your examination. People do the same thing. Till their examination, they pile up and they do it. So that days are over. In science, you have to do it systematic hard work. Then only you will be able to achieve your aim. Whatever you are preparing for JEE or anything. Some people think if you have to prepare for JEE and NEET, that means you will have to attend that coaching part and other things. No, first you have to prepare your boards. Until and unless you don't prepare your boards, you will not get the marks. Boards are very important because the basic subject knowledge is always obtained through the basic textbook. The basic textbook or the base of your subject is nothing but the board textbook. So that is NCERT textbook. NCERT textbook is the best for you if you want to clear your joint entrance examination or your NEET examination or any other competitive exams, because it touches all the aspects. Okay, so instead of, like for example, some people start with HC Verma for physics, some people start with OP Tandon. Now OP, to get to OP Tandon, first you learn the nursery, first clear your nursery, first clear your primary, clear your high school, then you come to higher secondary. Okay, so when you did not straightway reach into 11th standard, you passed your 10th standard, then you came to 11th standard. Same way, to read all the reference books, first read the textbook. First clear the textbook properly, then go for your reference books. Nowadays, the trend that is going on among the students is they will start reading S.C. Verma, Pradeep for chemistry, they will start with Lakshmi for chemistry, they will start with so many reference books, taking 2-3 books in hands. So that is not a fashion statement for science stream. In science stream, you need to be humbled down. You have to humble down yourself, and you have to study first the textbook. After studying textbook, then you start studying the reference parts and other books. Because I'm just wondering, people ask for ये book चलना है, वो e-book करना है, e-book, that book. There are so many books available online. But what book has to be read, the teacher will suggest you. You have to listen to your teacher. Okay, so I don't want to waste time more, and I will just come back to our class. Reactions in solution, that is what is given in the book, but it is concentration of solution. The topic has to be concentration of solution. The first topic that we have is mass percentage, mass of solute per 100 gram of solution. Okay, mass of solute per 100 gram of solution. The formula is percentage by mass in bracket, that is of solute. Mass of solute multiplied by 100 divided by mass of solute plus solvent, that is mass of solution. Mass of solute plus solvent is always mass of solute, because solution contains two components, solute and solvent. Both these combined together, you get solution. So mass of solution. Clear? We'll solve an example to understand it. What is mass percentage of 1.75 gram of NaCl? What is mass percentage if 1.75 gram NaCl is dissolved in 5.85 gram of water? So answer, total mass of the solution. Let us try to find out. So what is solute? 1.75 gram. What is solvent? 5.85. So whichever is in less amount is always known as solute. Whichever is in more amount, larger amount is known as solvent. So here NaCl is dissolved in water. So water has to be solvent, and NaCl, that is salt, common salt, is your solute. So the mass of solution is solute plus solvent. So it comes to 7.60 grams. So that has become mass of solution. Now percentage by mass is equal to, the formula is written, mass of solute into 100 divided by mass of solution. So it is 1.75 gram NaCl into 100 as per formula, divided by mass of solution. Mass of solution is how much? 7.60, which is calculated here. So you divide it, multiply it by 100, you will get on the calculator 23.0 percentage by mass NaCl. So this much percentage by mass NaCl is there in the solution. Okay, so this way you can calculate mass percentage, and you will have so many numericals. I will give you the worksheet and assignment, solve it. Second is mole fraction. For a definition, ratio of number of moles of component in bracket solute to the total number of components of solution. Now total number of components in the solution, component of the solution is solute plus solvent. You can have more than one solute. Always remember, you can have more than one solute. So solute A, B, C, D, so on. But here we are talking about a binary solution. Binary solution means you got two components. One is solute and other is solvent. Now here, look here. Number of moles of component of solution, that is solute plus solvent. Now mole fraction formula is being given. Moles of solute divided by moles of solute, that is plus solvent. That is moles of solute and moles of solvent. Okay, moles of solute plus moles of solvent. But I put a bracket, moles of solute and moles of solvent. We'll take the example. Calculate mole fraction of each. Each means everyone. Solute, solvent, जो भी है सब. If 25.5 gram of NaCl is dissolved in 36 gram of water, means this much gram of NaCl is in this much gram of water. So number of moles of NaCl, mass of NaCl divided by molar mass of NaCl. 25.5. Always students mistaken between molarity, that is capital M, which is given, and molar mass, but this is molar mass of NaCl. So 25.5 divided by 58.5. 58.5 is the molecular mass of NaCl. Na का 23 है, क्लोरीन का 35.5 है. सर ये कहाँ से मिला? आपके पीरियोडिक टेबल पीछे जाओगे, अपेंडिक्स में वहाँ पे मासेस दिए टेक्स्ट बुक के अंदर, देख लेना. So that is 58.5. You will get 0.435 moles of NaCl. Similarly, you can calculate the number of moles of water. So that is mass of water divided by molar mass of H2O, or molecular weight of H2O. So mass of H2O we know is 36 gram. Substitute over here. Molar mass of H2O, you know, water, it is, when you talk about H2O, hydrogens 2 and oxygen 16. So it is how much? 18 gram per mole. So you substitute the molar mass of H2O. So you get 2 moles. Now going further, we have calculated the number of moles of NaCl. We have also calculated the number of moles of water. That comes to 2 moles. Now we will calculate first the mole fraction. Capital, I normally write capital, in book they write small x, but I normally try to prefer writing capital X NaCl. That is mole fraction sign, symbol of mole fraction. Number of moles of NaCl divided by number of moles of NaCl plus number of moles of water. That is moles of solute and moles of water. Moles of solvent, sorry. So you substitute the number of moles of NaCl कितना है? 0.435 divided by number of moles of NaCl is 0.435 plus number of moles of water calculated here 2. You will get 0.435 divided by 2.435. On the calculator, if you calculate, which is allowed, simple calculators are allowed in 11 science and 12 science, you will get 0.18. Now 0.18 has got no unit. Mole fraction has no unit, remember. Now we have mole fraction of water. Number of moles of H2O divided by number of moles of NaCl plus number of moles of H2O. Number of moles of H2O is already calculated here, 2 moles. Substitute over here. Once you substitute it over here, then you will you can put the value of NaCl and water. So 0.435 plus 2, that is 2.435. 2 divided by 2.435 comes to 0.82. Now always remember, whatever number of mole fraction you are calculating, the sum of the mole fraction has to be always 1. Now 0.18 plus 0.82 is 1. Why? Because sum of the mole fraction of all components in solution is always equal to 1. जितना भी मोल फ्रैक्शन, कितने भी कॉम्पोनेंट्स हो, सपोज देर आर टू सॉल्यूट एंड वन सॉल्वेंट, तो सॉल्यूट इज ए एंड सॉल्वेंट इज बी. Okay, suppose you have got a three component solution, solute A, solute B and solvent. So solute A mole fraction plus solute B mole fraction and solvent mole fraction, if you add these three, A plus B plus that of solvent, you will get 1. If it is not 1, that means there is error in your calculation. Always remember, sum of the mole fraction of all components present in the solution has to be equal to 1. Okay, we come back here. Third concentration term, molarity, number of moles of solute per liter of solution. So formula is molarity, capital M equals to number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter M. It is in liters, not in ml. No? Remember, so molarity is equal to N by V. N is number of moles, V is volume. So we know that number of moles is nothing but mass by molar mass. So we can substitute now molarity equals to, instead of number of moles, we are writing mass of solute divided by molar mass from here into this volume, as it is volume of solution in liter. So we have got a separate formula, elaborate formula, okay, expanded formula. Example, calculate molarity of 294 gram of H2SO4. Calculate molarity if 294 gram of H2SO4 is dissolved in 4 liter solution. Now molar mass of H2SO4, hydrogens 2, sulfur is 32, oxygen is 16, so 16 into 4, 64. So total your molecular weight or molar mass is 98 gram per mole. Molarity M equals to, we go to the formula, mass of solute, kitna hai? 294 gram, substitute over here as per the formula. Molar mass 98 gram per mole, we substitute here, okay, molar mass 98 into volume of solution kitna hai? 4 liter. So we substitute volume of solution 4 liter. You just get, this is 98 ones, 98 twos should be 2, it is 98 twos, let me check it if there is, okay. So we have got mass of solute divided by molar mass into volume of solution. So we are substituting 294 divided by 98 into 1 by 4. So 98, 294 divided by 98, if you do, you will get 3. It is 98 threes are. Clear? So 1 by 4 in the denominator, so 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75 molar H2SO4. So you will get the molarity of H2SO4 to 0.75 molar. Clear? By the calculation. So this way you have calculated the molarity of sulfuric acid, which is a dibasic acid. Dibasic acid matlab there are two replaceable H plus. We will learn it once we will learn normality in standard 12. Okay, so there are two replaceable H plus. So this is a dibasic acid. In that case, the molarity is found to be 0.75 molar. Now we go to the fourth term of the concentration, that is molality. These are temperature dependent. Okay, this is not. Molality small m hai, molarity is capital M. This is small m. Number of moles of solute per mass of solvent in kilogram. How? Molality small m is equal to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. We come to the example so you understand. Concentration of NaCl solution is 19.5 percentage by mass. Calculate molality. Now 19.5 percentage by mass means we straightway come here. That is percentage by mass. Clear? We have calculated here by 23 percentage by mass means you got 23 gram of NaCl. Barabar, 23 gram of NaCl has to be there in 7.60 gram of 23 percentage by mass of NaCl. So that has to be 23 grams in 100 gram of solution. Same way here, 19.5 percentage by mass means 19 point molar mass of NaCl. First we will calculate. Na का 23 है, that is atomic mass. Chlorine is 35.5, so it is 58.5 gram per mole. That is molecular mass of NaCl. Now 19.5 percentage by mass NaCl means 19.5 gram NaCl in 100 gram solution. बराबर? 19.5 gram NaCl in 100 gram solution. Now mass of the solvent therefore will be 100 minus 19.5. 100 minus 19.5, so that is 80.5 gram water. So you have got the mass of solvent. So we will calculate number of moles of NaCl, 19.5 because that is the mass of NaCl. Molecular mass or molar mass is 58.5. तो आपको मिला number of moles of NaCl. Now we will calculate molality. Molality definition is number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Now number of moles of solute we have calculated how much, 0.333, that we have substituted. Mass of solvent has to be kg, has to be there in kg. Now we have got the mass of solvent, that is water, 80.5 gram. Now this has to be converted into kg. So naturally I will divide it by 1000. So divide by 1000 is nothing but into 10 raised to minus 3. बराबर, पावर में डिवाइड बाई 10 रेज टू 3 है, इसको ऊपर लेंगे तो 10 रेज टू माइनस 3 हो जाएगा. नाउ इसको आगे लेते, 0.333 divided by 80.5 if you do, you will get 0.004136. This 10 raised to minus 3 I take in the numerator part, ऊपर ले लिया. So it will be 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to 3. So you multiply 0.004136 into 1000 or into 10 raised to 3, then the decimal will be shifting to the right, so you will get 4.136 molal, small m. This is small m, not capital M. Okay, so this we can calculate the molality of 19.5% by mass NaCl solution. Hope these things are very clear to you, my dear students. Okay, now start practicing it. I am going to give you the assignments of this particular chapter. You have to solve that assignment, okay, and you have to submit it back to me. Clear? So this is the end of the chapter of 1. Okay, I hope you would have understood. We will solve doubts also. Whatever doubts you are having, we will have a doubt solving session online. Clear? So you can post your questions also in the Google Classroom or whatever platforms that are available with us. Clear? And I will be happy to solve all your doubts that you are having in your mind, so that chemistry becomes very easier for you, and it will be fun loving for you to learn chemistry in days to come, because this is a very interesting subject. All the medicines right now you are taking for all the fever and all problems that you are facing right now, these all medicines are made based on this calculation only. If these calculations were not known, it would have been not possible for us to produce any of the medicines that you are getting in the market. The syrups, the tonics, the tablets, the vaccines, whatever you take is all prepared on the basis of this concentration term. Because if you don't know the concentration, you cannot even have soap, you cannot even have detergent cake, you cannot even have detergent powder even. Okay, so this is the importance of chemistry. Okay, I hope you would have understood. Bye for now, we will meet again.